Now, I don't know about you guys, but I think this fandom's getting boring. Hear me out. I'm kind of exaggerating, but I'm kind of not. Because this has been bothering me for quite a while, and fair warning, this might get a bit heated. It probably won't, to be fair. I'm probably alright, but here goes. I think this fandom's losing creativity a little bit. We're sticking too much to canon and too much to tradition that it's getting fucking tiring just sticking to everything that's already established. And possibly a bigger argument to be made, stop sticking with the show. It's fucking boring. See, I told you again. You know, my point still stands. Put more realistic shit in there. Again, I sound like a purist cunt when I say this, but, like, it's boring seeing people use the TV series canonicity or, like, TV series models. More so with trains, granted, because, like, with models, you can kind of sack it off as being, like, better than the original, depending on what the quality's like. More on that later, but key example here, why I don't use fucking music. Because it's been done to death, and quite frankly, it's lost its charm. I'm not pointing any fingers here, but I think most creators are probably, like, lacking in creativity. Myself included to a degree. I'm not perfect, but, you know, my point still stands. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm probably one of the biggest sticklers in my content for consistency and, like, realism, or canonicity as well, you could put into this, but come on, let's be real. There's no harm in chucking your own shit in there, like with the donkey in the TK&E. The fact that Cecil was #1 and not fucking Glyn is another key factor in this argument as well. I don't give a fuck what anyone says. The TV series is not canon. It's just a show that exists in the universe of the... Oh, fuck off. It gets complicated, but you know what I mean. Long story short, the TV series is just a fucking thing that exists, but it's not canon to it. That's how I see it anyway, because I'm a purist cunt. Like, there's a lot of content creators I don't like. I was going to say Unlucky Tug, but not liking someone's videos as opposed to having gripes with certain elements about someone's videos is different. But I digress. One big fucking person I have a problem with like, consistency and, like, sticking to canon too much is fucking NWR 91. That's one big problem. When you put every single little fucking nook and cranny from every fucking era... Sorry if I get heated here, by the way. Well, like, they lump CGI, TV series, railway series, everything. It just makes a massive clusterfuck of, like, why. I've said this before to friends, but, like, his videos are the most season 7 thing. And just to keep Twitter at bay, this is just me speaking my mind. This isn't a personal shot to anyone in particular, which is a whole other discussion of a video in itself. But anyway, moving back to the topic. Call me a cunt all you like, people, but I think this fandom's losing creativity. A tiny bit. Keep in mind, I'm partly exaggerating to make a point, but my point still stands. To a degree. In retrospect, this fandom's probably one of, if not the, like, most creative fucking fandom ever. But at the same time, it can be very redundant. It's attachment issues. That's one way to summarise it. Because, like, I remember, like, way back when, during the early days of my channel, Cranny, as we know him now, was just a normal background engine that I just made for fun. And I got people asking if it's 98462, and it's like, no. Is it 87546? Also no. Then who is it then? It's like, no. It's just a fucking random blue engine I made. But, like, just because Audrey said it in one fucking thing, or just because the show fucking put the thing in one thing... I'm not making any sense here, am I? Fucking hell. But, like, just because it was said once and never shown again, or, like, established in a certain way in a certain material, does not mean we have to fucking abide by the book, so to speak. Sticking to show material just because you grew up with it does not mean it cannot dry like a fucking cow. Like, creative liberty, I've always said, is, like, the biggest driving force for, like, scratch building, model making, that's the same fucking thing. But you know what I mean, like, content in general. And then when you pull the, oh, this doesn't work in canon card, and then just fucking drop it entirely... It's like, what was the fucking point in the first place? You've just made a possibly amazing idea, and then you just fucking shove it down the toilet with a plunger and a fucking spoon. Why a spoon of all things, I don't know. But you know, like, it's wasted potential at that point, because you've just completely dropped what could have been a very fucking good video concept, or, like, concept in general. You can make it work within canon. You can work your way around stuff like that, if it bothers you that much. Myself included, by the way, I'm not completely innocent here. Or if you just scrap the old and put the new in, so to speak, then, you know, I'd welcome that with open arms, if it's not shit. But you don't know if it's shit until you put it out there. Let us be the fucking judge, son. When you just settle, when you just go, oh, fine, I'll go with this. Like, it feels like a cop-out to me, to be honest. Because it's like, push your own ideas in. If you think you're shit, don't ever say to yourself, oh, I'm not good enough for this. You don't know until you fucking tried it, for God's sake. Like, we need more, like, original ideas that aren't shit. It's like people prattle on about headcanons and AU. Why not put that in video format? You know, make a watching experience out of it instead of, like, having it word of mouth, or text, rather. Show, don't tell. You know, make videos about it. I was going to say if you can, but anyone fucking can. If I can do it, I'm an absolute fucking moron offline. So if I can make videos that are of a decent height of a quality, then anyone can fucking do it. I started from fuck all, built myself up, and now after 4 years, I'm at the point where I'm actually like very, very prideful of my content, to the point where I believe I'm one of, if not the best Ertl content creator out there. Self-proclaimed Ertl veteran, remember that. Emphasis on self-proclaimed, because I believe that. Doesn't mean it's true though. And I suppose you could argue in the early days, we didn't really utilise the law, or like Audrey's writings, or like appreciate it as much as we should have. Granted, despite the Audrey events, it's still somewhat underutilised in content. But like my point still stands. Like, but again, you could argue early beginnings of the fandom, or like Sif era, or like, you know, Mad Bomber days, and like Thomas Blows the Stack and all that shite. Probably bad examples in terms of an argument, as they're actually decent. But like, you know, you could argue that, oh, Moab put Lady and Thomas kissing in one thing, cringe. Playing devil's advocate here, you probably still see that today. If you dig deep enough, God fucking help you if you do. But like, I've wanted to say this for quite a while, to be fair, but like, in the back of my head, it's like, oh, what if people aren't happy with this? But to be frank, I've had enough. I say that like it's a fucking sex crime or something. I've had enough, I'm speaking up. No, but I don't give a shit. It needs to be said, frankly, because you can't live in denial with these things. I'm making it sound worse than it is, but to be honest, with how petty this fandom can get, Nick Starwin got away with fucking criticising the fandom, rightfully so, but like, so why can't I? You know, free speech and all that. But yeah, it's probably the most incoherent one. I might have said that last time. But long story short, to summarise, because I'm not surprised if you couldn't understand what the fuck I was talking about in this. It's not a shot, by the way. I just think I'm being a bit more rambly than usual in this. But it's from the heart. It's from the heart. But yeah, long story short, stop sticking to canon with stuff and put your own shit in there. I'm fed up with seeing, oh, Laurie comes here to replace. Oh, you're not doing that. And then Laurie gets comeuppance. You know, the fucking cliches. I could name a lot more, truth be told, but I'm going to fucking leave it off here so I don't piss anyone else off. But yeah, what say you guys? Sound off in the comments. I really want to know what people have to say on this. But yeah, until then, you've been watching Scrapyard Studios, and I will see you soon.